Morning, everybody. Welcome back to Ty Sports Picks 24. Ty Sports Picks 24, the best YouTube channel up and coming for all your sports picks and just any sports news that's going on in the world. First and foremost, I want to thank everybody for liking and subscribing. If you like to support the channel, here's the Cash App. I don't know if you guys can see it. It's gonna be the $, then TY. No, I'm sorry. Yeah, the $ TY Rebel 22. So $ TY Rebel 22 on Cash App, or if you can scan the screen. If you like to donate to the channel, I'm an up and coming channel. I definitely appreciate your support. And also, I have the link in the description. You can follow me on social media. The email is tysportspicks@gmail.com. On Twitter, I'm tysportspicks24. On Instagram, Ty Sports Picks 24. Obviously here on YouTube, Ty Sports Picks 24. Before we start with the show, let's get the picks out of the way because we're running a little late. I don't know if you guys have already put in your picks on your apps, but we're gonna go under with the Rays and the Reds. Originally it was at like 7.5, but it's actually live right now, so it's at 5.5. So we can go over 5.5, but you want to stay under 7.5 for the Tampa Bay Rays and the Cincinnati Reds. So we're gonna go over 5.5, but under 7.5. Now later on, at 1:37, you got the Toronto Blue Jays taking on the Texas Rangers. We're gonna go money line Toronto Blue Jays. After that, we've got the Seattle Mariners going to the Chicago White Sox. We're gonna take the Seattle Mariners money line. And then our final pick for the day tonight is gonna be the Yankees and the Red Sox. The Red Sox have been getting the best of them a little bit. The Yankees, I believe, had a comeback last night. We're gonna go ride with the Yankees. So the Yankees money line, we have the Mariners money line, we have the Toronto Blue Jays money line, and then we're gonna have under 7.5, but if on your app, if it's late, if it's 5.5, we're gonna go over 5.5. Just stay under 7.5. So that's gonna be the picks. So now let's get to the show. What I hope you guys came and stayed for. A lot going on in the sports world. You know, we got baseball, of course. Like I said, we got the series, weekend series between the Reds and Yankees. But a lot of you guys are football fans, so let's touch on a little bit of football news. Up in Pittsburgh, Justin Fields is taking a lot of first team reps because Russell Wilson is having a couple ailments. It's really precautionary. A lot of people in the media are talking about is Justin Fields going to take the job by maybe week 3, and is he already progressing enough to overtake Russell Wilson? I say no. Russell's still kind of young. He's still in his early 30s. I think, he had a bounce back season last year, believe it or not, in Denver. It was just, him and Sean Payton. Sean Payton is kind of one of those coaches that wants his guy. Some coaches are a stickler for having their guy. They don't want to inherit a quarterback, even though he's inheriting a Hall of Famer. Russell Wilson's already was certified from a rookie. I mean, went deep in the playoffs his first year, then won the Super Bowl his second year, and the story goes on from there. But Justin Fields is a great talent, but I believe similar to Michael Vick when he got with Andy Reid in Philadelphia, he needs someone to cultivate his mind and help him process, also help his throwing motion. I see a lot of coaches say that, I can teach you where to throw it, but I can't teach you how to throw it. That's false, because if that's the case, you wouldn't have guys like David Shaw, the famous coach that used to coach at Stanford that had them on top for so long. He coached guys like Andrew Luck and Hogan. I can't remember Hogan's first name, the quarterback that was pretty good, but a lot of pretty decent quarterbacks have came out of that Stanford program. You look at Lincoln Riley out there at USC in Oklahoma, even though they've criticized him for his defensive prowess, he's always been a guy you send your quarterbacks to. He's like Cesar Millan, the dog whisperer. He's the quarterback whisperer or quarterback guru. So we got to snap out of that. A lot of people say you can't teach this, you can't teach that. No, you can't. It definitely can be taught. And a lot of coaches got to stop being lazy, because when you see a guy like Geno Smith, he can't get it done when he's with the Jets, and then he goes to Pete Carroll out there in on the West Coast in Seattle, and now he's a Pro Bowler. And that's another thing I've noticed. A lot of Texas guys, a lot of California guys, they're very good at teaching quarterback. Versus in the South and East Coast is like we're really big on height, weight, speed, talent type things. You even see that up in Buffalo with Josh Allen. They thought he was trash until he got with I believe Brian Daboll. So I don't believe Justin Fields is a lost cause, but I don't believe in taking the chicken out of the oven before it's cooked. And I feel like Russell Wilson is a lot closer to a finished product. That staff in Pittsburgh is going to have to take their time with Justin Fields. Don't allow the media, even though I'm a part of the media, the other media, to pressure you, to ruin your franchise. You know, we believe in Coach Tomlin. He's had no under 500 seasons. I believe that Pittsburgh's going to continue on with that streak. I'll do a Pittsburgh season preview when we get closer to the season. Now, Brock Purdy. I don't want to stay on him too long, but I hear a lot of people speaking about quarterbacks getting deals, and you know he was Mr. Irrelevant. He got drafted late, so he doesn't have any fifth-year option or anything like that. So he'll be coming up soon. Brandon Ayuk is going back and forth with the 49ers, but they're already thinking about we got to pay Brock Purdy. I'm pretty sure defensive guys are going to come up. I'm not sure how many years Bosa has on his deal. And you got Christian McCaffrey. I believe he has a kind of a short deal. You got Deebo Samuels. You have George Kittle. You got the tackle Trent Williams. So it's a lot going on, a lot of moving parts. That's why when you get to the Super Bowl, you kind of got to win it because you may not have that team together again, whether it be the players or even the personnel. You know, they lost DeMeco Ryans 2 years ago, even though they still went to the Super Bowl last year, but that was a big blow. You know, it's only so many times you can continue to replace players and the staff. So it's a lot going on out there in San Francisco. Now over to Lamar Jackson. I'm not reporting the news, I'm just relaying it. I'm pretty sure if you saw yesterday the NFL Welcome Back on ABC and ESPN, Lamar Jackson is back. I saw a video of him on social media catching passes. I don't know if they're going to try something slick, but watch out for that defenses. They may be trying to do a Philly special with Lamar, which that's going to go for 6. I don't care where you're on the field. If you get a wide receiver or a running back that can throw a flea flicker type of pass or a pass back to Lamar, he's gone. They're not going to catch him, so be watching out for that. I saw him catching it. Lamar, you're not slick. You know, I got to report the news. I hope I'm not, hurting the Ravens season. But, yeah, watch out for Lamar Jackson catching the ball. And he's lost about 20 pounds, so he's faster. So he already was fast, like 4.3 speed. So what is he, a 4.2 now? Who knows? Tua and Jordan Love both got their deals. They both got paid. Tua has 4 years, $212 million, about $53 million a year. Jordan Love has 4 years, I would believe, $220. Let me get my calculator because sometimes I'm a mathematician, sometimes I'm not. So 4 years, $220. So Jordan Love's averaging about $55 a year. Okay, Aaron Rodgers. He's back. He's healthy, and he's working with Nathaniel Hackett. I saw him have a back and forth between Garrett Wilson and himself on the sideline. They shook it out like men. And I want to say this to people when you call in the training camp. I know you're recording and you're seeing things. A lot of you never played football. I have. Teammates get in arguments every day. Some people just like to argue just because that's just how they kick it with their friends. So I was glad that they shook hands afterwards because nobody complained when they saw Aaron Rodgers throw that bomb about 60 yards to Garrett Wilson. So there's no trouble in New York. Rest your nerves. I think everything is fine. Now let's go back to Sean Payton that we were talking about. That's where Russell Wilson came from. He now has a quarterback battle going on. He's kind of stirring the pot. I think he already knows who he's going to go with. But he got Bo Nix. You got Zach Wilson, which is similar to Justin Fields, because I believe in Zach Wilson. I think Zach Wilson has more physical tools than Bo Nix, no disrespect. But he just was not cultivated. He was in New York, where they don't know how to cook the chicken in the oven. You know, a lot of these quarterbacks, they're cycling out. It's really the coaches that need to be cycled out. Or the coaches need to go to coaching clinics or coaching conventions. A lot of these things can be taught. You're basically a teacher. You're getting paid to teach, but you don't want to teach the student. You want to blame them. And I think Zach Wilson can be like a Josh Allen. I'm saying on the passing side, maybe not the running side, though he is mobile. If somebody can, tweak his release and just help him see different things, because he played a little bit better towards the middle of the season. I know he still got benched being around Aaron Rodgers. Maybe if he would have stayed around Aaron Rodgers, similar to Jordan Love, a couple of years, he would have picked up on some things. Because I watched the interview with Shannon Sharp and Devontae Adams, And he was saying how he didn't know that Jordan Love was going to develop, but seeing him now, he sees a lot of Aaron Rodgers in him, and he noticed that Jordan Love must have been paying attention those 2 or 3 years when he was sitting on the bench behind Aaron Rodgers. So yes, some guys do need to sit and learn. Patrick Mahomes did not start until the last game of his rookie season, which that basically like a preseason game. They were already in the playoffs. So he got to sit down. Some guys need to sit down for a while and observe. You can't just throw them out there on the freeway and they've never driven on a residential road, you know. Now, Dylan Gabriel. When I start speaking on Heisman hopefuls, right now they're saying he's number 1 for the Heisman. I got some other guys in mind, no Jackson Dart from Ole Miss, but let's focus on Dylan Gabriel. He did well at the Group of 5 level at UCF. He did even better at Oklahoma in a dysfunctional offense the first year, and then it was kind of a lot more functional the second year, but they pushed him out of the way for the young guy, Jackson Arnold. I don't know if that was a good or a bad decision, but I believe Oregon's offense fits him better. He has Evan Stewart on the outside along with a lot of other transfers they got. So look out for Oregon and look out for Dylan Gabriel. Don't be surprised if he's in New York and maybe even raising the trophy come December. Dan Lanning, his head coach, he spoke very well at Big Ten Media Day last week. I'm touching on it. Just speaking on having his players read books, and he said he had them reading The Art of War and just getting different concepts. I think he's going to be the next Saban or the next just big coach. I'm telling you guys now, look out for Dan Lanning. The fact that he turned down the Alabama job, he took pride and he wants to build something. Remind me kind of like a Bobby Bowden. A lot of guys want to go to these dream jobs, build a dream job. Bobby Bowden, Steve Spurrier, Bear Bryant, a lot of these programs were built by great coaches. Everybody wants to go from here to go to there. How about you bring the players to you, you know? So shout out to Dan Lanning for turning down that Alabama job. I know his former mentor or still mentor Kirby Smart took a shot at him, even though Kirby kind of got some things he got to fix, you know, in his program, which I believe Georgia will be better in 25 than in 24. You know, sometimes dynasties go through storms, but I do believe Carson Beck will do well. I just don't know how well his team will do. So go look out for my Georgia season preview. It's in my shorts. I may do an exclusive on Georgia. I'm going to start doing exclusives on teams, like 10-minute videos maybe. We look at Michigan. We got a black coach. Not that means nothing, but you know, we always got to go for the brothers. Sharon Moore, I believe his name is. He went and replaced his defensive coordinator with somebody that actually taught the defensive coordinator, so they have a similar system. They got a lot of dogs on that defensive line, and then Blake Corum is gone, but they're still going to have a strong running game. Alex Orji is the projected starter, but he wouldn't say exactly who's going to be the starting quarterback. But they were talking about maybe, you know, as long as they can do some read options, some dink and dunk, just keep defenses off guard. I think a lot of people are down on Michigan saying 9.5 games. Watch out for my Michigan preview, because I'm not saying that they won't win 9.5 games, but I think they might go further in a postseason than people think. You know, so watch out for Michigan. Watch out for Oregon in that Big Ten. I know a lot of people are talking up Ohio State. They're going to have to prove it to me, because I feel like they look like Tarzan, play like Jane. You know, Ohio State have been a front runner. You know, that's not taking a shot, but prove me wrong. You know, I'm just a member of the media. I can be wrong. You know, looking at Utah, we're going to do a Utah deep dive soon. They got some transfers, especially at cornerback. Kenan Johnson, look out for him. Also Calhoun out of Michigan, another transfer. You look out for Keithy, I believe his last name is, the tight end. And then Cam Rising, he is the guy. That's why I'm not going to say what the record is, but I'm not reporting any news. Utah's definitely my pick to get a bye week and be the top seed coming out of the Big 12, winning the Big 12 conference. But they do have to look out for Kansas State and Oklahoma State and, you know, maybe Colorado or UCF. Who knows? As far as anything else, I think I touched on everything for this Sunday. So you guys put your picks in. Go to those shorts. I got a Dallas preview. I'm gonna have a Miami Dolphins one coming soon, but I got a Dallas preview up. Miami Hurricanes, Florida Gators. A lot of Florida Gator fans have been responding. Go Gators. You know, I guess we can't stop the chop this year or whatever. I predicted them to do well this year, but I hope everybody enjoyed the show.